What is going on, everybody? It's Go-Karts, Mini Bikes, and more, and today I'm just doing a quick little update because since my last video a lot has been going on, and I just thought I'd share that with you guys just so you're up to date. So if you'll notice, everything was over there, but now it's back over here, and the reason it was over there is because the ceiling started leaking because there was snow on the roof and everything, and it was pouring water in here, and I didn't want any of my stuff covered in water, so I moved it all over that way. But if you'll notice, my brother's mini bike is now painted and put together. As some of you know, I repainted it a nice orange. It's a lot lighter in person than it's shown up on camera. And two big things. If you'll know, the mounting plate was broken. We got that welded, so that's nice and sturdy now. And I finished his torque converter. Now, if you'll notice, this pulley looks a lot newer than this one. And the reason for that is I gave him mine from my torque converter that was on my race cart. I was originally going to use that torque converter on my Manco, but he kind of convinced me to give it to him. He is going to give me money for it to get a new one, but he told me that since I don't have my engine for that yet, I should just give this to him just so he could have a little fun in the meantime. And I kind of agreed with him. He said he'll give me all the money that I need to get a new pulley, so I'm not going to complain. And the crazy thing is about this is as a lot of you know, this governor is still in his engine. So before we had the torque converter, we had the clutch on it, and before that burned out, it maybe went 15 miles an hour at the most, but that might even be saying a lot. So he takes it for a spin last night, and after I put this front pulley on, and he's like, dude, it's really fast. And I'm like, no way, because when I rode it with the clutch, it was super slow. So I ride it, and it probably goes a good 30 miles an hour now. I don't know what that did, because I heard that the torque converters slow you down. I guess maybe that's with a smaller diameter tire, like what's on my race cart, than what's on here. But yeah, from 15 miles an hour with the clutch to like at least a good 30. I'm gonna clock it today, probably after this video. But yeah, it does good now. So I don't even think we have to remove the governor, so that's good. But there will be a governor removal video very shortly, as when I get an engine for that, I will have to remove the governor, and I will be making a video on that, so stay tuned. Now, another thing you may or may not have noticed is this paint is looking awfully new. And the reason for that is I repainted my brother's mini bike frame and also his Jeep wheels, so we had some matte black paint left. So I figured I'll touch up the rust spots on my off-road go-kart. So by the time I was done touching up all the rust spots, it looked so blotchy and everything that I figured it would just look a lot better if I painted the whole thing. So you'll see that the stickers are a little misted over, got a little bit of overspray on them, but that's not a big deal because I don't follow the warning stickers anyway. But yeah, it looks a lot better. It's hard to tell in the video, but in person it does look a hell of a lot better. I did repaint the wheels as well. But yeah, it looks a lot better. I still need to touch up some spots. I ran out of paint. You can see right there, there's some rust, and there's a few other spots that just have the old paint showing through, such as like right there and everything. I did just go all out, paint the tie rods and the pedals and just basically everything, just because I don't really care. Now, if you'll notice, if you guys know the story, I was trying to get this wheel off before I made the trick of how to get a stuck wheel off with a 2x4 or something. If you don't know what that video is, I suggest you go check that out. I did break the valve stem off of the tube, so the air got deflated and I got a new tube, and I wound up actually popping that as well when I was putting it in. So we got a new tube off Amazon for about, I think it was 20 bucks, because it's an ATV tube, so not the cheapest, but it is heavy duty. So as you can see, that tire is nowhere to be found. That's because we dropped it off at a tire shop yesterday to get the tube inside the tire. So we should be picking up today, and I should be getting this thing back on all four wheels, so looking forward to that. I'm just worried because the bead of the tire and the bead of the rim, or whatever the technical terms are for it, is all marred up and everything, so I'm hoping the bead actually got set. I'm sure it did, but you never know. Another thing you may have noticed is I got a throttle cable. This end has a little eyelet that goes in one of the holes in the pedal on the side. You can't see it, but you put a bolt through there and that basically holds it. I'm hoping it's long enough. It should be plenty long. So that's good. Other than that, not much has changed. I do want to show you my mini bike for a second. So if you'll see here, not much has changed since, like I said in the last video, not much has changed since the 1,000 videos I've made on this. But you'll notice the number plate that I was going to use, which is a paint can lid, is full of holes. That's because this was really more of a test thing to see about the number plate, and I think I got it figured out. I'm going to get one of these tabs and weld it to the top, just like that, and then put this through there with that hole. Where was it? Right here, the bottom hole up top, and bolt it on with a nut and everything. And with that one screw, it should be secure enough to where it won't rotate side to side, because I did test it with a nut and a screw on this bracket, and it was really hard to rotate. You had to use some muscle. And then the bottom, I'm just going to do a dummy screw, which is just the screw at the bottom with a nut, just so it looks even, with a screw on the top and screw on the bottom. You'll notice that there's pipe right here, and that's because I'm extending the foot pegs out. Because those of you who have seen or have an Azusa mini bike with a Predator 212, you'll know that the pull cord cover sticks out a lot and it kind of pushes your foot off the peg. So doing this allows your pegs to get spaced out a lot more. So it should work nice. I have a chain tensioner, chain slider coming. I'm hoping it fits around this pipe. If not, I'll have to figure something else out. So I got the number plate figured out, the pipe figured out for the foot pegs, and hopefully the chain tensioner figured out. For those of you who are wondering, the pipe is, I believe it's 3 1/4. I don't know. I'll put it in the description if I remember. And I still need the tabs. This isn't a tab. I'm just showing you to mock it up. I need to make cut tabs. They're going to be squared off, not rounded like that, for the foot peg bolts to go through. I am working on that. We went and picked up a compound miter saw from Lowe's yesterday with a metal cutting blade, so I should be able to cut my flat stock. This is about the length I'm going for to fit over the pipe, and sorry for the noise, it's my furnace. So it should look roughly something like that, and then the pegs will go through this with a hole in it. So it should look pretty nice, should look pretty clean. My goal is to get this done before Easter, and I believe Easter is like 16 days away, so not a whole lot of time, but hopefully I'll make it work. And I don't even believe I told you guys what color I'm painting this. The last video I had on paint was about this sunrise orange, or whatever it's called, fire orange or something like that, and that metallic blue that I painted my helmet in. Well, I decided to go with neither. I saw a mini bike form of a video that a guy did, and he did sunrise red from Rust-Oleum, and it's a really nice color. I have some titanium colored exhaust wrap So that should look really good, and I'll also have some chrome accents with a white number plate, and it looks absolutely amazing against the white and the titanium color exhaust wrap. So I'm super excited about this. I'm hoping it goes to plan, but we'll see. You never know. But with any luck, this should be done before Easter, so just watch out for them updates, and just look out for the videos. I should be having the paint videos coming up soon. Probably this week I will be getting everything welded on and everything, so it should be ready for paint hopefully by Monday. Today is Thursday, but like I said, we'll see. One other thing I would like to discuss with you guys before I go is, as most of you know, I have been kind of contemplating as to what size engine I want to put on this after I have a 212 on it for a little bit, just to get this thing running and moving under its own power. A lot of people have said a 16 horsepower, a Predator 420, whatever horsepower that is, I don't remember. Some are saying V-twins, and I would honestly love to do that, but and I would do the 420 and everything, because it has a charging system, which is nice, so I'd be able to do a light bar across there or something. But the reason I don't want to do just a simple Predator is because I need reverse. These things, if you don't know, understeer really bad. So when you're driving through snow or in the woods, you go to turn and you get understeer really bad. So people said reverse is nice. So what I was thinking about doing is getting one of those Life-In or Lafon, I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm sure someone will correct me. 125cc pit bike or ATV engines, they have different names, and putting a plate right here and sliding it back like an extra amount so I could fit that, and then just line the sprocket up maybe with a tiny little jack shaft or something. I don't know, I don't have the engine to mock it up or anything, but the good thing is that's 3-speed with reverse, so I guess you would count it as a 4-speed because it has neutral. So I don't know what you would count that as, but I was thinking about getting that, and they rev really high, so I heard you'll get pretty decent speed, and these are tall tires, but I believe this is a 54 tooth sprocket, so I don't know how those numbers would go. Maybe you could let me know, because the engine revs higher with taller tires, you can let me know how fast it'll go. Now, speed isn't my number one concern with this. I would just still like it to go at least 25. But nonetheless, I was thinking about doing a 125 because also I think that'd be pretty unique. I've been reading go-kart forums. I haven't seen anyone do a 125 Manco build. I'm sure they have, but I've never seen it. I'm not saying I'm the first, but I think that'd be pretty cool. Now, what I was also thinking, which I haven't looked up yet, so this is just going off the top of my head, so I'm sure I'm going to sound like an idiot. What I was thinking about doing is going on eBay and getting a Honda Odyssey go-kart engine and trying to slap it in here. Now, it is 2-stroke, but it has reverse and it has gears. I'm not a fan of 2-stroke, but if it would work, then that would be really cool. I heard the Honda Odysseys are pretty fast, actually, but I just don't know if it would fit in here before it hits the back of the seat or something. I'm not worried about back. I'm really worried about hitting the back of the seat where the bar and the sprocket lining up, because as you see, the sprocket can't move over much before it hits the plate, and it can't move over much before it hits the brake caliper. So I'm kind of pressed for room, and I would move this caliper, flip it, or at least move this rotor in more and then slide this caliper in more, because as you can see, it can move in more. But I don't know if this is from factory or not, but this rotor is welded in. I do plan on doing a axle replacement soon, because I don't like this hex axle. It's harder to find parts for it and everything, and they're more expensive. So I do plan on going to a 1-inch round axle. So this shouldn't be a problem for much longer, hopefully. But pretty sure that's about it. Pretty up to date, I think. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about my brother's mini bike. Let me know what you think of the Azusa build. Tell me what you think about my matte black Manco Dingo paint job. I think it looks pretty sweet. Let me know what you guys think. I do plan on hopefully maybe this summer. I don't know. I don't want to get your hopes up. I do plan on actually starting to slam this by doing a live axle in the back. And I actually have some exciting news. I have that chop saw, so I'll be able to make some straight cuts to make a drop axle for the front. So that's cool. And hopefully this Friday, my brother is buying a welder off my other brother's friend for $50. It is a Harbor Freight flux core welder, but any welder's a welder, because as a lot of you know, I've been complaining I don't have one. So my build range should go through the roof. So hopefully I'll make more content, better content that you guys will enjoy. I know I said I would make a quick update, but I guess plans change because we're about a little over 15 minutes in. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.